everyone to our 3v3 teams event. Very, very proudly hosting this with Vivek and Aidan helping us TO. This is our second major event, and as I mentioned to those who were at our first one last May, we plan on doing about 3 or 4 of these each year. So we're very excited to kick this off, and it's very nice to see a lot of familiar faces. Also like to mention is some of you actually have already discovered Kraut Cover, which in partnership with RuneForge Distribution, they provided some sponsorship for the event, and we're excited, and we carry it at our store as well.
Doing 3-man teams this time. A lot of work to put this together, but once again, it came together without a hitch. A lot of love and support from the community. Borrowed a couple terrain sets. Everybody showed up mostly on time. Yeah, shaping up to be an excellent event. What are we out here doing today? We're here to play Kill Team, competitive Kill Team, 3v3 teams, competitive Kill Team. What does that all mean? So everybody's come here together with a team of 3. 3 buddies get together. You play another team of 3. In a set of 1v1s, whichever team wins 2 out of 3 of those, moves on to the next round. Whichever team wins 2 out of 3 of those games gets the win for the round. If it's a 1 win, 1 loss, and a draw kind of thing, then we go to tie breaks where you go into primary points, overall VP scored, things like that. We're out here today to roll dice and have fun, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so the question of the day is, what is the difference between the strategy of picking a team for a 3v3 as opposed to just a normal 1v1 RTT? The big thing is, you're going to be playing on 3 different boards. You know that 2 are going to be closed, 1 are going to be open. So designing your team around, okay, you could pick a team that may not do great on open because 2 out of 3 are closed, kind of thing. So more teams are available and are viable to play. It opens up a lot of options. Whereas if you're playing in a 1v1, you're like, I want to come first. You kind of sort of need to take a team that's in that top chunk that has the capacity to go be first. In teams, it opens up the field a lot because your opponents are varied. You get a choice a lot of the times, whether you're defender or attacker. You know, there's a bit of agency in who you're playing against. So you can lean into your strengths. You can lean into like, I want to pick the map and, you know, where are you being placed in the pairing process. You get a lot more variables in your control. So the team you have to pick isn't as cloistered near the meta top picks. It opens up the field to some crazier stuff. You also open yourself up to counter picks. Like if you know you're playing against Max's team, you're like, somebody got to be able to beat Felgor. Why don't we pick 2 options that can beat Felgor? If he goes up as a defender, we can try and counter pick him. Opens up that kind of world of strategy. In a meta like this, we're seeing a lot of the new teams here. I think there's at least 2 Canoptic, 2 Deathwatch. You know, thinking about, we might see a lot of these teams, let's pick the counters to these teams. That's where it opens up the field. Because you're dealing with having to pick 3 teams against 3 other teams, knowing that the teams can't repeat. So you won't be playing against the same 3 meta teams on their side. You need variety. Forces you to improvise and adapt and come up with an interesting strategy to cover that field kind of thing, as opposed to standard 1v1.
Yeah, so I mean, a 3v3 format is pretty interesting because I think the way that you can decide which factions you want to take it's kind of widened a little bit, because if you're going to a singles event, there might be a faction like say you don't want to take one team because they're really bad against elites. Well, you can go in a team tournament and your team can try to like manufacture your matchup so that you don't have to play against elites. So it kind of opens up different factions that you're able to play. I just played against Troy's Pathfinders. I'm running Canoptic Circle. So we tried to get the matchups. Basically, Ethan told us before, he just doesn't want to play against Pathfinders. So we threw him out first. And if they took Pathfinders as one of the 2, we were just going to take the opposite. So we were able to get, for the most part, matchups that everybody felt pretty comfortable on. And hopefully we win it. We'll see how the rest of the matchups go. But yeah, having a good time so far.
We're back, everybody. We're talking about why you'd want to attend a teams event over a regular singleton event. The biggest pro for a teams event is that you get to go do it with your friends actively. You get to make a team with your boys, go to an event, and play together for victory, which is always more fun than playing for victory with just yourself. Playing with friends, always a better time. It gives you room to experiment, room to bring in new players. You can bring in your buddy who's still learning to an event. Where normally if you're by yourself, it's a little hard. Bring them out with some friends. Bring new players in, bring the more intermediate players in, experiment with different picks and whatnot. It's just a better landscape for exploring more of the options in Kill Team. Whereas a singleton event, particularly if you're trying to be competitive, you're kind of locked into that top roster of teams. Teams event just opens up the field, lets you bring more people out. And honestly, it's a great way to community build. We got a lot of teams where people are making teams with people they've just met at the last event and whatnot. And it's just a great community building tool as well. We got a lot of newer players out here again, and they're also doing very well. Like we're getting a lot of props and whatnot from very experienced players being like, wow, these newer players are getting way better. I think I just watched Ben play the cleanest game of Deathwatch of my life. He did not lose a guy until Turning Point 4 on a 5-man team. Very impressive. I think that's the big thing here. We're seeing the new players we brought into the scene like over the summer come and showcase what they've learned, and they've learned a lot.
Hey guys, so this is Alex from Twin Hammer. I'm so pumped to be back at the Top Shelf triples tournament now. This is so amazing. It's always amazing to come out to Kill Team events and Top Shelf events because you make so many friends. Everyone you play, you end up being like really good friends with. You talk, you battle hard, and really, I think Kill Team is amazing community in Ontario. This is the reason why we love Kill Team so much, is that the community is great. We've got our own Discord. We have amazing stores like Top Shelf that are supporting the whole community. And you come here, you get your reps, you learn, you play amazing competitors, but also, again, like I said, amazing sportsmen. I've played a lot of competition in my life, and you can't get competition like this where it's so positive, it's so supportive, and we're bringing a bunch of guys to the World Championships now. So we're so pumped to continue to love this hobby, paint the new teams. This hobby is on fire. Games Workshop supporting it so much. There's new teams coming out all the time. So many cool teams to play. And if anyone's looking at this who is not playing Kill Team, it's like chess, but so much cooler and so much more fun. So really, if you guys haven't played Kill Team, definitely pick it up and learn it. It's the most amazing competitive tabletop game you can find. So we hope to see you guys back at Top Shelf events and events around Ontario, and hopefully you guys can come learn a lot. We all support each other, and then if you do well in the tournaments, you get to go to Worlds. So a bunch of us are going to Worlds, and it's going to be an amazing time this year, and we're going to support Top Shelf and Team Canada as we go and try to represent Canada on the world stage. So hope to see you guys at the tournaments and eventually on Team Canada with all of us here in the community, and see you guys soon.
Travis said he could move over him and end behind him. No.
Jump off of
Yeah, that got FAQ'd after Travis's ruling.
Yeah, because I wasn't sure if that was considered a jump.
It is a jump. When he's telling him to jump over the guy, you can no longer do that.
Yeah.
You have to jump for advantage.
You have to jump off of a spot where you can land your face, and then you can jump over somebody.
Okay.
But if it's here, you're just going up and down and then through.
Okay.
Yeah. So you can't move over somebody's base while climbing these walls. You could jump over somebody from here, but not from here.
Like if you had
Okay. Yeah, because it's
Travis did rule it correctly for that event. That got FAQ'd after Edmonton.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
what it was, because it's
They've clarified the jumping aspect has got to be from the bandages.
okay. So it's pretty much I go up, over, down.
Yeah, you're basically, you don't get to hover in midair while you finish. You're treated as being on the ground once you climb over. So the usual process for any judge rulings is I know all of the rules and I'll rule correctly based on the rules. This is an interesting edge case because we have brand new tac ops that have not been fully clarified, and we have a mechanic that I believe was fact, and so does one of the players. So I'm gonna go, I've made a snap ruling, which is an in the moment ruling. Then I take that away and I go do some research real quick to make a comprehensive ruling, since this is something I'm not certain of. All right, everybody gather around. Let's do some prizing. First and foremost, I want to thank all of you for coming out and making this another incredible event. It was a great day of gaming. We got to try all the new stuff. I hope you all had a wonderful time.
Yeah.
With Best Painted, because we hemmed and hawed about this all goddamn day. But we're going to go ahead and give it to Matt and his wonderful Raveners. Best Sportsman. I've been watching this guy be the best sportsman all day. Give it up for Dylan Yole. 100% Dylan Yole. Get him on up here. Our runner-up in the Top Shelf 3v3 Team Tournament are going to be our very own Sneaky Zoggers. Get up on up here. And now finally, our champions. My dice are blurs.
I want to thank Colin Ricardo, and we had our two, Vivek and Aidan. Let's give it up for both of our amazing TOs.
You're all wonderful people. We make this very fun.
But in February 2026, mark your calendars, we will be back with Top Shelf, and we're gonna do a super special, amazing, huge tournament. We're gonna go all out, above and beyond for the next Top Shelf tournament. All right. It's gonna be just as good, better than ever, and it's gonna be a different twist than the GT and the teams tournament. So keep an eye out for that.